Berkshire Hathaway has entered into a new arbitrage opportunity. And so the question is, after their successful arbitrage opportunity in Activision, is this another one that we should potentially be following them into? And so that's what I want to discuss in this video, and this is what I'm talking about. So recently, Liberty Media and SiriusXM announced a transaction where they're going to simplify the ownership structure of SiriusXM because Liberty Media owns a ton of the shares that of SiriusXM, and so they effectively trade on two tickers. And so what's going to happen is you're going to get rid of these Liberty Media tracking securities, this LXMA, LXMB, and LSXMK. These sound like car badges. And they're going to switch it all over to a new ticker symbol, which is going to be called Sirius. So where's the arbitrage opportunity? Well, the arbitrage opportunity is in the fact that SiriusXM has their own shares that trade on the stock exchanges, and they're trading at a certain price, whereas the Liberty Media tracking securities also trade on the stock exchange, but they trade at a lower price. So you could potentially have an arbitrage opportunity if you purchase these securities, and then everything gets transferred over into a new ticker symbol under Siri, and it trades at the current share price that Siri is trading at. And so where does Berkshire come into all of this? Well, Berkshire Hathaway purchased 2.8 million shares of the tracking securities, and effectively they're looking to capitalize on the discount relative to the value of the stake in SiriusXM. And you can see that Berkshire, as of January 5th of this year, holds around 66.2 million shares of the tracking stock, which is valued at $2 billion. So this isn't a small arbitrage, and Buffett is generally involved with such large purchases. I know that people were saying last year that he wasn't involved in the Activision arbitrage, but then of course in the annual general meeting, you could see that he absolutely was involved in it as he was talking about it. But this stake in the tracker is worth about 20% of the trackers in general. So, Berkshire's in with $2 billion on this potential opportunity. And so here is a slide from our monthly call where I talked about this to the Patreon subscribers on the call tier. And effectively what I'm saying is that the Liberty Sirius tracking stocks own around 83% of Siri. And there's a deal to merge these two where Liberty holders will get 8.4 shares of Siri for each share of Liberty that they own. So effectively, you can buy LSXMK for $30.81 as of the time of the preparation of this, and you would receive 8.4 shares of Siri, which are effectively valued at $43.43. So it would give you a potential 41% return on this arbitrage. But the problem is that in order for this to make sense, you have to assume that Siri shares are worth $43.43, or 8.4 Siri shares are worth $43.43. And so in order to really partake in this arbitrage opportunity or potential arbitrage opportunity, you really have to have a view on the valuation of Siri's shares. And here's where I would respectfully disagree with Warren Buffett or Berkshire Hathaway's opinion on this. I built out the Siri model, and I believe that they have too much debt to be worth anything more than around $280 per share. And so really what I'm saying is the company is valued at around $5 per share, but when you penalize them with the debt burden, they're worth around $2.83. Now, the current share price is $4.81. So really what's happening is that the investors are ignoring the debt on the balance sheet, which is completely fine for them to do. It's their prerogative. It's just not how I personally invest in securities. But you can see that the company is trading at 15.5 times what I think that they're going to earn in 2024. So it is relatively fairly valued if you ignore the debt. I'm just not willing to ignore the debt. And of course, the other part is I call into question the sustainability of the Siri business model, because you can see that they had a roaring number of subscribers up until just before the pandemic, and now they're declining. And so, they're really having difficulties growing their subscriber base, and largely the subscriber base for Sirius XM radio is an older crowd, and so is this crowd aging out? I'm not sure, but it just doesn't look like it's resonating with the younger audience. And so this is one where I do feel that Berkshire Hathaway will make money on, but this is not one that I'm willing to participate in. So I want to know from you guys, is this something that you're interested in? Is this something that you're going to partake in, or have you already done so? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, if you want to see my full model on Siri, you can get access to that at the lower tier of the Patreon, where you get access to all my models. If you don't find any value from the Patreon, just let me know within the first month and I'll completely refund your first month subscription, because the last thing I want to do is take any money from anyone who doesn't find any value. And so I'll leave it there for you guys, but what I want to know is if you guys are participating in this arbitrage or potential arbitrage opportunity. Let me know in the comments below, and we'll leave it there. I'll see you later.